So it begins with the meal. And that's what we say. That's what opens the door, but then there's so much more. The mission of Meals on Wheels is that we want to be able to let people age safely in their homes. That's their goal, so that's our goal. So our meals are delivered by a person and they're handed to you, and you only get them if you're home. Like, we don't leave them outside for you. We don't leave them with your neighbor. They have to be handed to you. Some of these people have nobody else checking on them, and so that hello, that hand touch, that squeeze, whatever, makes the world a difference.
I came here and I was checked around to see if they had anything for senior citizens, and they told me about the program that just was starting, and it was going to be called the Grand Person Center. It was 3 times a week, Monday, Wednesday, and Friday, and we gave out bologna sandwiches or cold cut sandwiches and potato chips and lemonade.
Walker County has been supporting Meals on Wheels since 1985, so this is our 40th anniversary. We're very proud of that. The building that they actually work out of, this one, is actually a county building that we provide to them with a lease that gives them the room they need to take care of the business that we feel is a service necessary to our community, so we're proud to partner with them.
During disasters, they came over, or we come to them, and they help us take care of the emergency responders. They'll feed the emergency responders, give them a place to come and kind of relax during disasters where it's not a very stressful deal. And they are big help by letting our first responders stay here for an hour or so.
I became inspired to be part of Meals on Wheels about 1991. I was living up in the Dallas-Fort Worth area at the time, and I wanted to give back into the community. I actually knew a lady that was involved in Meals on Wheels, and she encouraged me to learn more. And I absolutely fell in love with the organization, their mission, but I also fell in love with our clients. I really loved the clients. I received more in my heart doing this than I believe our clients receive from me.
I used to come in and volunteer to do the food, and they used to have a dance. I found out that they was looking for somebody helping in the kitchen, and I'm coming to apply, and they hire me. Well, I enjoy what I'm doing in here, and this is my passion to cook. Whatever I make, I do with all my soul. I do it because I'm so happy that they're enjoying what I'm making.
I went to college at Texas A&M, and I was in the Cadet Corps, and this was 1951. The Korean War was going on. I was a second lieutenant in the field artillery. My first tour was at Fort Bliss, Texas. And I decided I liked the military pretty well. I was going to stay in a while. So I stayed in for 28 years almost. I was always very patriotic, and serving in the military was doing something for your country. That's what I could do. I felt honored to be a veteran.
I wasn't in the military long enough to retire, so I can't get a retirement. And sometimes it's hard. If it wasn't for the meals, some of the days I would go hungry. But the Meals on Wheels is a great program, and I love them all.
Some of them, they're just so friendly. They let me know what's on my plate. Say it means a lot for somebody to stop by. So how you doing? They're there, and I like that.
What is your favorite part of delivering meals with Papa and Papa Mike?
Getting the drinks out.
You're our drink girl. Meals on Wheels is worthy of support because it serves the seniors. This is an opportunity to help feed them, support them emotionally. I don't know how it could be less important. There's a couple of 3 on our route that we're probably the only true contact they have during the day. They look forward to us arriving and getting to spend time.
Taking a few minutes.
It means so much to them. You can see that their faces light up.
You know, to know that there's people that are sitting at their house
that may or may not be able to get something to keep them to sustain life is, I mean, that's horrendous. We have an unbelievable, very unbelievable asset here that I think a lot of people are not aware of, and I'd like to do everything in my power, personally and from a city standpoint, to see to it that more people are reached to be able to help and have that feeling of trying to help an organization as well-based as Meals on Wheels.
And I think it's pretty easy to see that Meals on Wheels has become an integral part of the community, an integral part of those people's lives, and once again, a huge part of what the county can do to help our community in any way that we can.
We have a waiting list of 80 people, and last week we had a waiting list of 65. There are some that are in desperate need for whatever reason, and so we have to look at those first at this moment. And so that's a really hard place to be. These people have worked all their lives, they've given, they've served in their country, they've sacrificed, they've made this where we are, and they deserve the opportunity to be taken care of from here forward. And it's important for families to realize that they need to be independent to the best of their ability. That's what we all want. Nobody wants to be dependent. So find that way to do that gracefully and respectfully and kindly, and let them live it out as long as the Lord lets them be here.